Alright, well, what's up guys? See, I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so ease into it, one step at a time. So, I'm gonna be playing Mechanic Simulator today. Seems like I'm having issues talking, I guess, but I'm gonna show you around the garage for a second, just show you everything I've got. So I've got this car. It's some type of Spectre. I think it's based off of a Mustang. 'Cause that's what it looks like. Um, so this is actually the most successful build I've had since I've played Car Mechanic Simulator, and I've played it for almost a year now. But um, see, I started messing around with it some, so it's got like over 1200 horsepower in it right now. Put a bunch of new tuning parts in it, so it runs pretty smooth. But I decided to mess around and put some wheels, and I don't really know if I like them because apparently the game uh makes it to where apparently if you got this small of a wheel, mainly because it's really unrealistic. I mean, there's no tires that's this size and this width and stuff like that. But I mean, it just doesn't touch the ground. So the game is basically playing the part that the wheel is on the ground, but it's really not. It's raised up in the air. So it's basically it has a Detroit squat to it. So then I've got this car. I have not done nothing to the car. I'm pretty sure I haven't done nothing to the car. Um, I may have, but if I did, I forgot. But then I've got this car right here that is actually finished. I finished building this like a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how much horsepower it has. Um, I do know I did a lot of stuff to this too, but I don't think I did as much to this as I did this, the Mustang over there. I mean, I may be wrong. This may not be a Mustang, but I mean, can't get me wrong. I'm not the smartest with cars, but this looks like a Mustang. But uh, what I'm gonna do is actually I'm going to either I'm gonna put new wheels on this so it actually looks somewhat decent. I just have to get the same wheels and stuff like that. And I'm not really good at making wheels on the game because I'm not so firm with wheel sizes or tire sizes for the rims and for the wheel itself. Um, this right here is a drag radial. This drag tires on the back. I was really trying to get a like realistic size, but I couldn't. So I just looked up a video, and the guy that I looked up the video, this is the wheel that he made. So it really wasn't much help. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the wheel because I was having really bad traction because for some reason in this game, I don't know if it's because once you pass like a certain amount of horsepower and torque that you're supposed to change the wheels or whatever to a certain wheel or to a certain tire, my bad. So this is what happened, but it was getting very bad grip whenever I drove it on the abandoned whatever it was, some map I can drive on. I don't know. So either I'm gonna change the wheels on that or I'm gonna do some upgrades to this car. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to this car because I bought it from the car dealership and I haven't did anything to it at all. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna actually, what I really want to do is I want to go to the car auction and try to get an RX-7 because I had an RX-7 and the only reason I liked it is because it had a turbo into it in it. But I really like cars that have turbos in it, anyways. So that's part of it too. I love cars that have turbos just because of the turbo you know winding down. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to the car dealer, well, not the car dealership, the car auctions, try to get me an RX-7. I had an RX-7 like a few months ago, but I decided to restart the game because things happen. The cars was all over the garage because I glitched the game somehow. Not really sure how, But we're just gonna go to the car auction, see if we can get us RX-7. If we get RX-7, we're probably gonna do some building to it, but probably not. Just, you know, for the sake of me only having 30 minutes to record, because I don't really want to do a 60-minute video. But, you know, of course, if I have to, I have to. But so this right here, I'm not even gonna. So there is a Mazda RX-3. I'm not really sure if it was RX-7. It may actually be a RX-3. I'm not sure. Unless that's just how the game puts it. But no, not interested in that car. That's just a soccer mom car. Or a smart car. Not interested in it. Can't really get much horsepower out of that. So then we got this. Not interested in it. What I'm really trying to do is get to the RX-3, because I really want to know the RX-3. What I really should have done is I'm gonna have to put the RX-3 into the parking and bring it to the garage, because I forgot to put. I have 3 cars in the garage, and on Car Mechanic Simulator you can only fit 3 cars in the garage. So the Mazda is just gonna have to go into the parking garage, and I'm gonna have to put another car into the parking garage, and then I'm gonna have to bring the Mazda RX-3 into the garage. So I'm not really concerned about these. Just want to see what the Mazda RX-3 is. Hopefully it's the same thing as what I had. You know, there is one thing. I really haven't really put much mind into like building trucks. You know, just in case any of y'all wondering, this is not 21, Car Mechanic 21, or whatever the next Car Mechanic game was. I think it was 21. This is 18. And I'm on and off playing it, because, you know, this is not the only game I'm gonna play. I have many other games I'm gonna play, like, on my PlayStation, but this is a game that just kind of brought my attention to bring a video about, so I'm not really concerned about that. Even though I've actually thought about building a truck, I just really haven't put much, you know, mind into it, because it's not really, you know, my, you know, center of thought. I have built a Jeep though, made it pretty fast. I mean, it pulled like 600 horsepower. I mean, that's not much, but that's pretty good for a Jeep. For like a Jeep Cherokee. Well, never mind. This is a Mazda RX-3, and it's definitely not what I'm looking for. I mean, it looks pretty nice. It's kind of a older car. It's a Rotary 2. I'm not really concerned about it, because I want the RX-7, so it was RX-7. I want the RX-7 because the RX-7 has a turbo in it, and I like to, you know, wind down on turbos. Even though it really doesn't have it on Car Mechanic, because the Car Mechanic is just, it's realistic in somewhat a way, but at the same time it's really not. Car Mechanic is very boring, I'm not even gonna lie. It's basically me doing the same thing over and over again. Because I always build like V8 superchargers, or just, you know, regular V8s. But let's, you know, either I may go to the barn and find, because I actually have found an RX-7 in the barn, but I didn't get it because that's whenever I already had that, you know, the other RX-7 that I built. And I'm sad about it because I really didn't do much upgrades to the RX-7 whenever I had it, so it wasn't really fast. While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and move this car to the parking. I was kind of scared because I had a feeling the game was gonna be like, you can't do this because something isn't on the car. I've had that happen many times. Like, one time I was trying to move a car to the parking garage, and apparently I forgot to put something in it, and I could not figure out where it was at. Because like I said, I'm not really the smartest whenever it comes to cars, but I found it after like 2 hours of just searching. And I put it in. But we're gonna go to the barn, see if we can find anything there. I found pretty cool stuff in the barns, and I don't really buy things from like the car dealership because all that just like stock stuff. I like to build, well, all that's like just, you know, already built stuff that you can just basically, you know, put tuning parts on. But I like to build things up from the ground up. Like whenever I build something or rebuild something, I rebuild it completely. I do it, you know, I completely rebuild it, you know, put a new suspension in it, put new, you know, front suspension, back suspension, drive shaft. Even though I've realized something in this game is that not much cars actually have a rusted drive shaft. Most cars don't. But this is a Bel Air, I'm pretty sure. That's a V8 one carburetor. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not good with cars. You're just gonna have to stand with me. So if you're a part of the car community, you might know more than I do. Please do not come at me. I'm not the smartest when it comes to cars. I'm smart when it comes to cars about the simple things about cars. I am not smart at all with the you know, the stuff that's like deep down into the car, because I'll just leave that to the car mechanics. But my truck, it just got fixed like 2 months ago. It's been broken down for like the entire summer since March of March. I think it's been like March since last year, and it sat out there for so long, and it turned out the only thing that was wrong about it is the ignition box was messed up. So we had to get a new we had to get a new steering column for it, and the guy that was fixing it fixed, and big thanks to him. But it runs pretty good right now. I accidentally broke the power steering to it. It fell completely off the shaft because one day I was doing donuts in my backyard, and next thing you know, I heard like a big pop, and next thing you know, power steering, you know, the steering wheel isn't wanting to turn. So I said, I messed something up. Came to the conclusion that it was the power steering, and the power steering pump came completely off the shaft, and I was like, well, that's unfortunate for the truck and me. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the car auctions again, because I really want the RX-7. It's one of my favorite vehicles that's in this game, because I don't have any of the DLCs. Yeah, I have none of the DLCs. I've wanted to get the Hemi DLCs because I'm a big fan of Hemis, but I haven't got to it yet. So that's the bad thing about it. Load in. So this is based off of a BMW, and I actually kind of like it. I really like it. I don't know. I'll definitely, I'll buy it. I'll try to get it. Maybe somebody don't bid higher than me. So it may like not get so much people's attention because I'm on sandbox mode, but I try to do the, you know, campaign or whatever you want to say of it, and it did not go well at all. I mean, it told me to do some stuff, and I didn't even know how to do it, so I was sitting there. Eventually I said, you know what, I'm not even going to go through all this stuff. So I just decided to go ahead and just go back in sandbox mode so I can get my 900 million back. So we got it. I did not mean to put it in the garage, but I did. My bad. Actually, I'm going to look at it. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna go ahead and look at it. So do they have the RX-7? They do not have the RX-7 at all in here. So I'm not even concerned about any other cars, because I just want the RX-7. That's what I'm really worried about. I mean, if anybody watches this video and, you know, y'all want me to play any other games, y'all just let me know. Most likely hopefully y'all give me a game that I know, because you know I'm not so, you know, I only got a few games, and I got a lot of games that I bought off of PlayStation Plus, but I have a lot of games installed right now that I can play. So you know, if y'all have something, you know, most likely, you know, on my channel, most likely I'll be doing a lot of like sport videos, you know, car mechanic here and there. And you know, I like SnowRunner a lot, and there's just a lot of games that I really like to play, but I'll just have to choose from it whenever. But y'all just let me know if anybody watches this. You know, I'll try my best to play any game that y'all want me to, but you know, I'll leave that up to y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the engine. Go ahead and look at the. I forget how to do this. I'm sorry. I forget how to do it. Car status, my bad. So this is a V8 D08C AXK. So right now it actually has 309 horsepower at 5800 RPM, 290 pounds of 290 pounds of torque. I'm pretty sure that's what that means, at 5000 RPM. So what this really looks like is, I'm gonna lift the car up because I'm gonna see what the I'm scared to look at the well, forgot to do this, my bad. I'm gonna lift the car up, just look at the suspension, see how it looks, and then this thing is gonna go into the oh yeah, it's rusty down here. It's really rusty. So I used to have issues with like trying to get the rust off the side of this stuff right here, but you know, eventually I just found out all you gotta do is get the welder and it'll fix some of the rust up for you. Actually, I'm gonna actually get the welder and I'm gonna see how much it can get all that rust off. It don't really do much, but it does some of the job. It does a lot of the job just simply on the body of the car. So move this over here, see what I can fix. Use equipment, yep. So we had a lot of rust back here on the back fender, and then it did, I don't think it did much to the fender up here. Did some to the, nah, I didn't even look at this fender, I don't even know what it looked like. And did some to this fender right here. So it doesn't really do the best job. I wonder what happens if absolutely nothing. So it basically just welds out whatever it can on the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this down. I'm not even worried about this car. I just want to get the RX-7. Even though, I mean, I really ain't that worried about the RX-7. I just want it again. I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty rare to get the RX-7. I mean, I remember one time I got it like 2 times in a row at a car auction, but I only got it one time. I only like bought it or bidded for it like one time. So I'm gonna go to car auctions. I'm just gonna simply look at the car items or the car things that tells what cars are there, and if I don't see the Mazda RX-7, I'm just gonna go back to the garage and try all over again. We'll get it by the end of this video. I don't even know how long this video has until it ends, so don't be surprised if the video just ends and I'm like in the middle of talking about something. I know that's how it's gonna be. So the Mazda RX-30 again. Not interested, thank you though. If y'all don't have the RX-7, then I do not want it. But yeah, I mean, the main reason I'm, you know, doing videos is because I honestly get bored out of my mind. And, you know, I've always really wanted to like do videos. I'm not so I don't really like to do live streams, but I'll do them if I have to. I do live streams here and there. Like the past few days I've actually like just practiced live streams just for the fun of it. And I just watched my own live stream because I was so bored at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning because I had nothing else to do. Because my mom is still trying to get me back in school because I had to transfer. You know, I'm currently in my junior year, so I'm being held back some. But you know, that's not so good. But I'm honestly ready to get back in school for real. But you know, just one step at a time. But we're gonna go back to the car auctions. But yeah, like I'm just doing this. I'm mainly just gonna do videos whenever I get bored. But sometimes I'll just do random videos in the middle of the day. But like I've always like wanted to like do videos on YouTube or something like that. But I've really just I really haven't put that much effort into it because I really haven't wanted to. And I've been busy the past few weeks and busy the past few years. With school and stuff like that, trying to get out of school, hopefully getting into college. They have a lot of cars here. They got a Royal GTR. You know what? So since I already built the Mazda RX-7, I'm actually gonna go to the GTR. Yeah, why not? Why not just go ahead and go to the GTR? I mean, GTR seems pretty fun. I like GTRs. But this is what it looks like. Most likely, if I get to it, I know it's not gonna have a turbo. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm really not even gonna worry about it. So most likely, just because this is my first video, most likely I'm slowly going to cut down on the videos, like to like 25 minutes maybe. Because right now I have it set to where it's 30 minutes, or I hope it's 30 minutes. Because I definitely don't want to be sitting here for an hour and not know it. I mean, if I was sitting here for like 60 minutes and know that I was sitting here for 60 minutes, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if I was sitting here for 60 minutes and I had no idea that I put it at 60 minutes when I thought it was at 30 minutes, then that would just be really irrelevant for me, and I'd be mad at myself. Go back to the auction. Try to get hopefully get the RX-7 maybe. Hopefully, don't know. Takes forever to load whenever it gets to 80. But yeah, I'm being for real. Like, if y'all have any specific, like, if anybody watches this, if anybody even cares about this video, just let me down in the comments, you know, what y'all want me to play. If I have the game, I'll play it, you know, as soon as I can get to it. But if I don't have the game, you know, most likely, you know, I'll save up money to get the game. Because right now I'm in the middle of trying to get a job too. So, like, it's kind of, you know, stressful life, but I'll get there eventually. But loading back to the garage, going back to the car auction, loading back to the garage, going back to the car auction, just all for the RX-7. Call me crazy if you want to, but I've always really liked RX-7s. I mean, people may have different opinions on RX-7s, but it's really the only cool vehicle in this game. It's really the only vehicle in this game that I know of that actually has a turbo in it. It'd be even better if it was twin turbo. I think it actually may be a twin turbo, or I think it's a single turbo. I'm not sure. It's been like 6 months since I've had it. So it's been a minute, so I forgot if it's a single turbo or double turbo. So none of those that I'm really interested in. I may actually have it in the parking garage. I don't know. I don't think I do. I really don't think I do. I know I had like a car auction like a few weeks ago and I seen the RX-7. I skipped like right past it because I really wasn't worried about that. I was trying to get another car, so I skipped right back up past RX-7, not even thinking about it. Sometimes I go to the car auction, I'll buy every single car. I'll bid for every single car and win every single car and just put it in my parking garage. And then after I get done with a vehicle and after I drive it, I see if I like it. The vehicles that I like, I actually will keep in my garage, but the vehicles I don't like, I'll just put in the parking garage. So that one Mustang or Spectre or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's a Mustang, I don't know. This will stay in my garage because eventually I'm going to fix that wheel and the wheel size so it's like more realistic. I'll just have to look up a video for it because I have no absolute idea at all. Sadly, I want to put a hood on this thing, but apparently they don't have a cutout hood made for superchargers, which is pretty bad. But like I've looked everywhere, they don't like, see, literally everywhere I have looked, they have no like cutout hoods for a supercharger. Of course they got these cow hoods, but it's not really what I want. They got that's another cow, well that's not really a cow hood. I just call it a cow hood for real. But let's see. Don't think they have any of those. Yeah, but I've looked about every single where. I've looked everywhere. I've even searched up the, the same car model and stuff like that. I've searched up the car name and things like that for the hoods, and there is no results for like a cut-off hood. So it's just sticking out. No hood, no nothing, but what works, go ahead and go back to the car auction, see if I can find RX-7. I want to find it before the end of this video. I don't even know how long I got in this video, so that's bad. Drink me some of my Coke. My throat gets very dry very quick if I talk a lot. I was expecting to stutter a whole lot more in my first video, honestly, because, whenever I know people's most likely gonna watch this video, even if it's like one person, I always stutter, because, like, I don't know. Like, I've actually worked on my social anxiety, and I've actually gotten a whole lot better with my social anxiety, but it still hits me sometimes, and I don't like it, because, like, I love talking. Like, that's one thing I love. Whenever I get around somebody that I'm, like, comfortable around, like one of my friends or something like that, I talk my head off. Like, I do not stop talking. Sometimes I talk so much I think I'm being annoying, but that's just how it always is, ain't it? But we had to go back to the garage again because nothing was at the car auction. RX-7 wasn't at the car auction, sadly. We're probably gonna go one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna go one more time. Hopefully this is the lucky, hopefully, the luck is in my hands right now, but even though I really don't have that good of luck, but hopefully I have good luck this time. Next, I'm going to, if I don't find it this time, the RX-7 is in the car auction, most likely I'm gonna look at that supercharged car I just showed you with no cutoff, that doesn't have a hood on it. I really like that livery, kinda. I mean, I gotta say I like that livery because there's really not that much good liveries on here. Or, if I'm saying livery wrong, livery, please don't come at me. I mean, I know English, but I just don't know how to say livery. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. I'm not sure. Loaded back into the game. Come on. One step at a time. Takes so long whenever it gets 80%. It never even goes to 90%. It goes straight to 80 to 100.